A major crosswalk change could keep you safer when battling traffic.
Car crashes can happen in an instant. How safe is your car?
With a cold front on the way, wind chill advisories going up all across mid-Missouri. We'll delve immediately into your forecast. KOMU-8 News at 6 starts now.
From Studio 8A, coverage you can count on in high definition. This is KOMU-8 News at 6.
A bitterly cold night ahead as temperatures drop in mid-Missouri. Good evening, I'm Brittany Pieper.
And I'm Rachel Whittle. Thanks for joining us. Some schools are delaying their start time tomorrow, and at least one Blackwater schools has closed. Rosie, you warned us about this, and now it's an ugly reality.
That's right, guys. We knew ahead.
Jefferson City Police picked up the body of a middle-aged man this morning just feet away from a church parking lot in Jefferson City. We were there when officers and investigators returned to the scene to remove the body near Shoemate Chapel Road. Officers responded last night after a woman found the body while feeding stray cats. They held off until daylight to continue searching. Officers found ID on the body, but they have not released the deceased man's name.
They believe so, it's a male, but at this time we're still running down some leads, and we think we have an identification, but we're probably going to wait till we get the autopsy back from Columbia, and then also be able to notify, possible family members that could be in this area.
The name should be released soon along with the cause of death, but Clark says nothing about the scene looked suspicious. He also says the man may have died several days ago and there was no missing persons report filed.
An intersection in Columbia could get safer for pedestrians. Specifically, those who have a hard time seeing shouldn't have a hard time crossing. KOMU-8's Devin Fastbinder joins us live at the intersection where the new signals would go.
Governor Nixon wants more state money to pay off bills from the Joplin tornado. He proposed $20 million for this fiscal year. The state government already expects to spend $15 million, and Nixon wants a $5 million cushion in case there are other bills or natural disasters. Nixon's budget director says the state got a $9 million bill from the federal government and other costs for rebuilding projects in Joplin.
Another highlight of the State address was Nixon's request that the state make it illegal for businesses to discriminate based on sexual orientation. Democrats applauded Nixon for making the proposal a priority, but Republicans criticized him for ignoring other policy initiatives. Current state law bans discrimination in employment based on race, color, religion, national origin, ancestry, sex, and disability.
Republicans are responding to Governor Nixon's State of the State address last night. Nixon said the state would get a revenue growth of about 5.2% in the 2015 budget year. This morning, before a Senate Appropriations Committee meeting, Republican Senator Kurt Schaefer and Representative Caleb Rowden refuted the accuracy of Nixon's statement.
The governor's off on general revenue by a little over $500 million.
He wants to spend upwards of closer actually to $800 million new dollars from last year, as opposed to last year's budget. The legislature, the number that we've agreed on is more around $400 million.
Last night, Schaefer said the budget projections were off by $250 million.
Lawyers for a Missouri inmate set to die in a week are asking for a 60-day stay of execution. That's because of concerns about the drug used in the lethal injection causing suffering before death. Attorney General Chris Koster's office says the state will respond by Friday. Herbert Smalls was sentenced to death for killing a St. Louis County jeweler in 1991. He would be the third Missouri death row inmate to be executed since November.
Residents say Brookside Apartments in downtown Columbia is upgrading its security. We were at Brookside on 9th Street this afternoon where you could see a new door frame structure had been installed. Residents say they think Brookside will be installing a door to replace the electronic gates which were installed in late October for security. Brookside residents used to use a keypad or a key card to get in the complex with the electronic system. During a previous interview with KOMU-8 News, one resident said the old gates were rarely locked. Last year, Brookside Apartments had several security issues in Brookside downtown and Brookside on College. In August, police responded to several break-ins on Brookside on College, and then in late October, police say the female victim was sexually assaulted in the Brookside downtown on Locust Street. A few days later, Brookside installed electronic gates for the downtown apartments where the victim was assaulted. Now, the Columbia Police Department was unaware of the new doorways Brookside installed, and Brookside would not comment on those changes.
New highway safety crash results released today say many cars performed poorly. KOMU-8's Meredith Albert is live outside of a body shop that has seen many of the small cars tested. After a tragic fire this weekend, a mother mourns her heroic son.
An 8-year-old boy from New York died a hero this weekend trying to save a family member from a fire.
NBC's Lynette Adams spoke with the boy's mother, who says she wasn't surprised her son went back to help. Very sad story. Tyler successfully rescued 6 other family members before going back into the blaze to save his grandfather.
Graduation day can be really exciting, but it also means all those student loan payments are on the way.
How one upcoming grad is tackling them in a creative way.
College graduation. It's a time for celebration, but it also means it's time to pay off those student loans. And one Michigan student is getting a little creative. University of Michigan Flint graduate is trying to sell advertisements on his graduation cap. He says he's got nearly $30,000 in student loans and is selling 1-inch ads for $300 a pop. As of this morning, his fundraising page says 26 backers have donated nearly $2,500.
I wonder if that's going to catch on. You know?
Hey, you know, might as
Possibly.
well advertise where you can.
Now here's a look at what we're following for KOMU-8 News at 9 and 10. Many people's New Year's resolutions were either to save money or to lose weight.
We'll show you one way that you can do both.